Howdy Jeepers, Mike here in the BFH garage. As you can see behind me, my TJ's up on the rack and it's broke. As you saw in a previous video titled Trough Trail, pretty tough trail, broke my front ring gear and I had to limp it off the trail so I can get to a parking lot, take the front axle completely apart so I can get the ring gear out, get all the broken teeth out of there so it wouldn't lock up on me on the way home. It's been sitting on the rack ever since, and I thought, what a great opportunity for me to do an axle build for the channel. I'm going to do a complete axle build with the new high pinion 30 axle. It's going to have all new brackets. I'm going to reinstall an ARB. It'll have new gears, new ball joints, new bushings, and it'll be a great opportunity for me to present you guys with a detailed build from the very beginning all the way to the end. So hopefully this is something you guys like. Please leave comments in the section below and let me know if there's anything specific you're looking for as far as information, and I'll try to get those questions answered. And should be a fun time. Let's get started. All right, so today is bracket cutoff day, but before I cut off the brackets, I need to figure out what my angles are, so when I go to weld the new brackets on, I don't get them all off from each other. I want to make sure that they're even to each other. So the way to do that is to measure on something on the housing that will be there after the brackets are cut off, and then I can make my angles based off of that measurement. So if you look on the front side of the pumpkin here, there's two flat spots, one on either side of the diff cover, and those flat spots are perpendicular to the pinion head. So it's 90 degrees to the output of the pinion shaft. So I'm going to use that as my baseline. So I'm going to take a angle finder, turn it on. I'm going to zero it out. So I'm zero there. Now if I come here to the top of my spring perch, I'm going to see that I'm at, I don't know if that's right, hang on a second here, make sure you get that right. Yeah, something got jacked up there. 0. So if I go there, it's showing 97 degrees. So I have a 7-degree difference from the pinion head, and it's 7 degrees leaning back that way. So if I was to tilt this up, then we could get down to 90 degrees, which would be perpendicular to that. So it's a 90-degree lean towards the back. I'm sorry, 7-degree lean. So to come over on this side here, I'm at 96.7. So that goes to show you the variances in manufacturing tolerances of what they consider acceptable. So I'll write those numbers down, then we're gonna get this axle out on my sawhorses, and we're gonna get to work. One thing I wanna talk about real quick before I get out there though, is when you go to cut off brackets, you have a couple different options. Today, I'll be using a plasma cutter for the majority of it. However, I've done this before with angle grinders and sawzalls and all that, just to try to get some stuff out of the way. And it is a big pain in the butt. So I get it, I've been there. I'll feel your pain if that's what you have to do. And it's not a fun process, but it does work. But today, to speed up a little bit, I'm going to be using the plasma cutter for a lot of it. One of the things I almost forgot is measuring the distance of where these brackets go in relationship laterally, so coming from the inner C. So take a tape measure and you go up against the stock, it's exactly 1 inch to the flat spot of the inner C, not the weld itself, but to the flat spot on that inner C. And it's exactly 1 inch from the flat spot on the inner C to that bracket. Okay, so the brackets are all off. The plasma cutter works great for that, to get the big chunks off. You still have to go through, do a little bit of grinding to get the other big pieces off, and then flap disc it down to bare metal here. So before I start welding up brackets or anything like that, what I need to do is clean this up real good with the degreaser, and then wipe it down with acetone. You never want to use brake clean on that, because when you weld, that could create a hazard for your health.